string. Came from the clouds like a thief in the night. King with his angels burning bright. They swore the earth to destroy the beast, and now we're joining the beast of the warrior king.
Thank you for listening to my new song, White Warrior King. It's kind of a weird song lyrically, and I'll talk about that later in this video. But first I want to mention something very important about my music that I write. I've started to sell my music to raise money for different organizations, kind of highlighting different organizations, well-established organizations that do a lot of good. And so I actually just started this with my last original piece that I wrote, Hey There Elijah, and I raised money for Rock Solid Refuge. The next fundraiser that I'll be doing for this song, White Warrior King, is for a ministry called Choose Life Ministry, and you can find them on chooselifeministry.ca. So if you've never heard of Choose Life Ministry, go check them out on their website. They are located in Saskatchewan. Of course, I'm from Saskatchewan, so it's a local charity or a local organization, and I'm proud to try and support local, at least for now. I'll probably broaden out in the future if I can, but stay local for now. I think that's important. Choose Life Ministry is a place for women ages 18 to 29 who have experienced all sorts of kind of traumatic events or challenging events, things like addictions, unplanned pregnancies, various traumatic events. This ministry is there to help them grow and to help them move beyond those difficult situations and those challenging situations. So, as with my last fundraiser, there are two options. The first option is go directly to their website and you can donate directly to them. That's totally fine with me. And the second option is, of course, with my music. You can go to the link below, which is the Buy Me a Coffee link. You can go to that link down below, and you'll see a few different options ranging from $5 to $20 in $5 increments. So 5, 10, 15, 20 is how much you can donate. And then when I receive all the money after a period of time, I give all that money to them. What you'll receive in return is 3 tracks. The first one is the original song. The second one is the demo that I wrote, I believe it was in 2015, kind of when I first wrote this song. And of course the third song is the instrumental for the original, which is always fun. I like to listen to instrumental music. You'll also receive some of the different variations of the artwork. There's not much of a variation, but there's a little bit. As for the song lyrics itself, this is a song primarily about David and his playing the harp for King Saul. In scripture, King Saul was tormented by a spirit and kind of requests David, because David was apparently a really good harpist. I don't know if that's what you call it. But David was really good, and he was summoned to play for the king. And when David would play the harp, King Saul his kind of the spirit that tormented him would leave, and he would be alleviated of his suffering. So when I wrote this song back in 2015, I kind of connected the average listener to King Saul being tormented by a spirit, right? With the lyrics, haven't we all been here before? Kind of just relating to the struggles of life, the kind of the torment of life sometimes. But then I also bring in this element of revelation, and now I think it's Revelation 19, where it talks about this rider on a white horse, often interpreted as Christ, right? The way I interpret it is the second coming of Christ. And he has come to bring final judgment, but also to alleviate the sin, the suffering of this world. Now, back in 2015, I was pretty loosey-goosey about my writing, especially my kind of faithfulness to the text of Scripture. So in the course, it talks about the White Warrior King coming with a bow and a string, right? Just because I use that because it rhymed. But then as I'm researching and looking back at the lyrics, now I read through Revelation 6, which talks about a white horse and a rider with a bow, and how he can be connected with the Antichrist. So there's a little bit of kind of discrepancy there, perhaps, but you can see my intent, at least with the lyrics, was to refer to this White Warrior King in Revelation 19 instead. So I hope you can see the connection then between kind of that suffering Saul and ourselves in this suffering world, but then also that warrior king coming to destroy the suffering, right? Destroy death itself. And that is White Warrior King in a nutshell. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, if you didn't enjoy it, well, at least you can feel good about donating money to a good cause. And I hope I can encourage you right now to go to the link down below in the description and donate, get some of the tracks that I've put in the package, and donate. 100% of that money goes to Choose Life Ministry. Thanks for watching.